We got a red one today. Should we fire it up?
Yep, can do, yep.
Right, here we go again. Guess what's turned up in the yard? We got a red one today from Chandler's. Here we go. We've got Andy Isaac. It's been,
right.
yeah, been good enough. All right, Andy.
Yeah, good to see you, yeah.
It's been good enough to bring me down Massey to try. What's it? A 7S.180.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, is that 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder?
6-cylinder, this one is.
6-cylinder.
So the 6S is a 4.
Right.
And the 7S is the size up.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And this gives 20 boost as well?
Yeah, about 200, yeah.
About 200, right,
yeah.
okay. It is slightly big for me, but I am going mowing and I got some silage to haul. This is 50k, so we're having a little play.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep, sounds good.
Well done, good man. Thank you very much for bringing
all
it
right,
down.
no worries at all.
Yes, so, yeah, do you want to show me around it a little bit?
Yeah, we could do. I don't know how as long as you don't test my knowledge too much. I'd like to think I know him quite well, but...
I just need to know how it works.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
Right.
So that's it,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, so push it away from you is up and down.
Yeah.
If you pull it then that way, the whole column will
Right,
come in and out.
okay, yeah. Right. I haven't driven a Massey for about 30 years. So what would they have been back 30 years ago? 3080s,
yeah,
3095s,
yeah,
something
that
like
sort
that?
of thing, yeah.
Yeah, well that would have been the
Yeah.
last time I'd driven one.
61s as well, maybe might have been coming through there.
Oh, can't rip. It's a long time ago.
It
30
was,
years ago is too long for
yeah,
me.
well, that's when I was born, 94.
Oh, was it? Oh dear. Oh well. Okay, fair enough. Should we fire it up?
Yep, can do, yep.
Right, so what we got to do? Just...
Yeah, on the clutch, on the key. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's your forward and reverse, obviously on the Massey as well. You can do, you can change your gear on there as well.
Up and down, yeah.
It's quite good on a loader tractor as well, because if you're on your joystick there,
Right.
when you're sort of going round, you can change gears on there. You can also use him again on, not that this one's got a loader, but you can hold him into you can use him to hold him into neutral.
Right.
You don't have to use your clutch pedal at all.
Right, and you said, so this down here, you said that's the joystick for if it had a loader, that would run the joystick off
so
of
this
that.
one's got front linkage.
Yes.
So you can set him up on here. No, that's not that one. On that one, you can set him up for basically for what that joystick will do. So you can configure all your spools on here depending on what you do. So you've got a spool there.
Yeah.
You've got that's a spool that way.
Right.
This spool that way.
Right.
And you've got another two there. And
Right.
basically, like you say, you can configure them any way you want. So if you, with your front linkage, if you had butt brake on there, you could have him so he'll lift up and down.
Yeah.
And then you can have him so that he'll push
Well,
out.
you got a toggle switch there, so if you had to push off,
Yes, you could
you
set
could
him.
use that.
You could set him onto that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you had a like a hydraulic top link on the front as well, so you could angle him as
Yeah,
well. You
right.
could have him one way, or yeah, again, so a loader, that would be like your third service on the loader there.
Right, okay. Now I want to go mowing tomorrow,
Yes.
so I'm going to need 540 PTO.
Yeah, so that's up here on that switch up there. So
Right.
he's set to 1,000 at the moment.
Right,
If you click him again, he'll go into 1,000 eco.
right.
If you click over to that side, he'll go into 540.
Oh.
It'll take a little,
Ah,
it'll take a little
right,
time.
okay.
You won't
Hang
change.
on, so if I put in 540 eco, what
Yes.
does that mean? The engine will drop revs,
Yes,
will it?
yeah, he'll run at 540 at a lower revs. I think about 1,500 instead of 1,800.
So would that be good for me if I'm going mowing? Because I only got a little mower, 2.8.
Yeah, he should be. Is he running 540 your moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do. But it would really just sort of see how well the tractor powers it, I guess. More than
Well, I should
anything.
think if it's 200 horsepower, it should be fine.
Yeah,
but-
it should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you should be alright to put him in that. So,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
if you want to put him in eco, you just press him again. And then he won't light up until he's changed.
Ah, right, okay.
So
yeah.
above there as well, you've got your lights. Those are
Yes.
your work lights, your beacon. So
Yeah.
the lights won't come on unless you've got your headlights on. So that's your side lights, that's your headlights.
Right,
So now these come on.
and
So on this one, he's full LED all the way all around.
is that?
Yeah,
How about the beacon, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
He'll come on. You don't need the lights on to have the beacon on.
Right, okay.
You've got your little fridge up here as well.
Ooh, I remember that. The old
Yeah.
Masses of years
Yeah.
ago used to have the little fridge.
That's it,
You could
yeah.
put your cans, or well, used to be big enough for a can. That looks
Yeah,
like big
that's it.
enoug's for a bottle.
Yeah, Dan's old 43's got one that'll hold a can and a chocolate bar pretty much.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Well
Then below
done.
that you've got your linkage control.
Right.
So that's your draft control, which you won't
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
That's your speed of drop, auto, that's
Right.
fast, that's slow.
Right.
That's your hitch suspension. So if you're going down the road and you want the mower to sort of suspend,
Bang.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a smooth ride,
Yeah.
when you linkage up, when he's in the up position, he'll go into like a suspended.
So this will be suspended.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah.
And
Right.
then that's
okay.
your maximum lift,
Yes.
height of lift.
Right. So that's got to be right up because I'm going to do trailers as well, all being well. So
Yes. So
now.
we'll probably just want to adjust him. They're wound down on it at the moment, so we'll wind him right up.
Right.
Um,
And then do I
That's-
release the flipping pickup hitch then?
so that one, so this is just your up and down normally for when you're working in the field.
Right.
And this one here is the one that just gives it that last little bit to unlatch.
Right. So that
Yeah. So if you
doing this, he won't go right to the
you
top,
won't go
just
right
a
to the
little
top.
bit.
No. So so if you hear him.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then now there should be a T handle behind you.
Yeah.
Pull him up,
Pull him up.
and then you can drop him down, and then that'll drop the hitch
Right.
down.
Okay. All
And
right.
he's hydraulic as well, so we'll figure out in a minute what spool he's on. When you drop him down, you can push him out then,
Right.
make it easier to hitch the trailer up.
They don't put a lot of metal in these tractors nowadays.
No. Yes, and then so you've got your button on there as well. So if when you're, say you were in 4E and you don't really want to go to 3E, but you can skip it, and if you press that button and then go forward, it'll change the range.
Jump. Right.
Or jump
Okay. Okay. So if I pressed auto then, and I'm doing trailer work, it's just going to figure it out and do its own thing, will it?
Yes. Yeah.
Will it change ranges as
Yeah.
well?
He'll go up through him by himself. Yeah.
Right, okay. So get out on the road, press auto, let it do
Off he
its
goes,
stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I must admit, the first impressions in here, I didn't realise there was this much technology in it.
Yes. So this is what we call the exclusive spec. So that's why he's all electric.
It's got lots
It's
of
got
stuff
everything
on it.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
So
fair enough.
yeah, you could go down to an efficient spec. So those are replaced with manual spools
Yes,
instead, but you've
right.
still got that one on there, and
Right,
you can go down to
okay.
an essential spec as well.
Right, okay.
And that's obviously your PTO on and off.
Yes.
That's for your front PTO, which you're not going to use.
Right, so that's rear PTO,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll display what your PTO speed is.
Yeah, okay.
So that you'll see when we're running 540 out. Yeah, 1500 RPM. What you can do with this one as well, if you go on back onto your screen, onto the engine one, you can set your pre-speed there. So if you go down to
Right, so then when you rev him,
when he's in gear, then you press engine memo A, it'll just automatically take you up to it. He's not quite right, so you can put him up by 10. There you go. And then if you've got him saved at that, then so every time you go in the field, you haven't got to try and set him every time on the hand throttle.
Yeah, you just press that and
and
away
he's
it
exactly
goes.
where you want him to be then.
That's on eco as well.
He's
We've
on
got it
eco
up
at the
here.
moment, yeah.
All right, okay. Right, shall we just go see if we can niche it on, Andy? How much time you got? You got enough time for this, or you got to get off?
No, I'm alright.
All right, well, let's go see if we can itch it on. My only concern is this is quite a bit bigger tractor. Is that the PTO
Oh, the shaft, yeah.
shaft will reach. If not, we got to do anything.
You just got to wake it up first. So before you put it into gear, you just got to declutter. You put your foot on the clutch, take it back off again, and then put it back on. Yeah, just so you don't accidentally start it in gear and then take your foot off the clutch.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Run someone over.
Yeah, that's not good. Granny does get in the way a bit. So what did you turn off there? You turned
So that's
off...
your preset gears, sort of from stopping and starting and
Right,
going
so...
from forward and reverse. So at the
Right.
moment, yeah. So he'll stay in however you left him.
And you do all that through
Yeah,
there?
you can do it manually using forward and reverse, but it's probably easier just to use him on
Right,
there.
okay. Alright, so...
Yeah, I'd leave that one for a minute. We
Yeah.
hitch him on, yeah, and then unfold him, and then we can set all the heights then. I think that does slide out of the way.
You got some big tyres on it. How big's the fucking tyres on this?
650s, I think.
Are they?
Yeah. Last one I drove, we had got a 210. He's on 710s.
Fucking hell.
Right, so if you stop there, if you weight your linkage up. So just flick him down.
Oh, what, there?
No, that's
No.
that one there, and then back up, and then down again. That's it. Now he's awake. So now he'll drop. If I get out.
All right.
Yep.
Which is it? That's him. All right. Have we got us? That's the height there, 85% up. Yeah.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
that right? We'll go round in the yard and unfold him and see what he's like on the concrete. All right. Have I always got to put my foot on the clutch to go?
Only when you first started him.
And what I did notice when I put the handbrake on, did the revs go down?
Yes. Yeah. Sort of like an eco mode, so he doesn't.
So when you went fucking in it or whatever, it just drops the revs a little bit. Yeah, shame I didn't have a front mower.
Yeah. See if we can borrow Andy's.
Have you got a front mower?
No.
No?
No, that's too fancy for that.
Too fancy for that. Yeah. Just one thing to think about. Sometimes it can be too much to think about, can't it? Somewhere, something like that. Have I got to kip my hand on there? Is there a dump?
Yeah, so it should put him into flow. Turn that, the flow rate's at 100, so I'll turn that down a bit as well. Doesn't need to be that high.
You're like my kids. They flick through this stuff so fucking quick and the eyes are a blur.
Yeah, so he's in flow. See where he's lit up green there? That's because he's in flow.
Right.
Back up.
Right, that's quick. Up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's turn him down a bit more. 25%. It's a little bit quick, isn't it?
It is quick. That me won't be going at all in a minute.
That's better.
Yay!
Happy with that?
Christ,
More
you're
or
at,
less?
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I can just hit him for down.
Yeah.
Then, I got to keep my hand on him for up. Yeah. Right. Okay. That's good.
Mm.
That suits me fine.
Will I confuse you if I explain the GPS to you?
Maybe. You go on then. Oh,
have a
fuck
quick
me.
look,
We
yeah.
just as well have a look.
So on this screen here is your GPS. So you want to go in, so that you set your boundary on this one.
Right, so when you say that, I drive round the first time.
Around the first time, yeah. So that's taking the reference point of where the middle of the tractor where the GPS is.
Right.
So if you just go tight up against the hedge,
Yes.
press that and it will start to record, and then as you drive, it'll draw a blue line
Round the field.
around the field, and then when you go, if you were to go in here and then click that, it'll tell you how big the field was in acres.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. I do like that.
Yeah, tell Andy about that.
Yeah. Yes, I do like that. That's very good. Oh, I might have to call. What are you doing tomorrow?
Oh, a few little things.
Oh, are
might
you?
be about, yeah.
Well, you never know. Chipping Sobry, I'll
Yeah. So at the moment he's set to a 2.9 metre rear width.
be. But ain't that straight behind the tractor? Because
At
this
the-
is a mower, obviously.
Yes, yeah, at the moment he is. So if you set him to that, you can set your offset.
Right. Okay.
So what we then need to do is measure from the middle of your mower to the centre of the tractor, and then you can set your offset on it then.
Right. Okay. All right.
And once we've done that, so we'll just guess for a minute.
Well, he's a 2.8 mower, so
Yeah, so we'll change that to 2.8.
do you want to go out in the field and drive round and do a little?
Yeah, we can try and do that if you want. You're testing my knowledge on this now as well.
Yeah, well, fuck me, I know absolutely nothing about all this. I've heard about it. Apparently, it's quite good.
Yeah. So on here as well, we can set what paints the field.
Paints the field.
So when you drop him down, you can have him so it
colours the bit that we done.
Yeah. Which for mowing you don't really need because it's quite obvious, obviously. What
Yes. But if you was,
if you like fertiliser spreading, spraying, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So those are the different things that you can set him when you click. So that button there is your auto steer.
Right.
Once you've set your AB line.
Yes.
You marry one up, press that button there, and then it will just keeps you in the straight line.
Right. Get in the field, go around the outside so it knows how big the field is.
Yeah.
Then when you say set the AB line, what does that mean?
With mowing, you'd maybe do your headland.
Yeah.
You mow around 8-10 times.
Yeah.
Then you find your straight hedge that you want.
Yeah.
Go down it once, and then you'll have an A and then a B. So you press A, and it'll start drawing a line. So you follow your straight headland, follow your straight line.
Yeah.
Then when you get to the end of it, you press B, and then it will draw a line. And then based off of how we've set up the rear implement, it will then set several lines, or an infinite amount of lines apart that are 2.8 metres apart.
Right. Okay.
So then, with all those lines, you've got a thicker one, and that's basically the one that the tractor's trying to marry up with. So you line it up with that, you press this auto steer button here,
Right.
it lines up with the line,
Yeah.
and then it will just keep it in that straight line until you take over with the steering wheel at the end,
Yes.
and then you come back round, want to strike out, so you go halfway across the field, find a straight line, press auto steer, or press the auto button there,
Yes.
and then it'll just drive in a completely straight line, exactly
Where it
level
needs
with
to.
where you were when you set your AB line.
Right. Okay.
That's how it
Fucking
works
hell.
there, yeah.
Right. Yeah. The mine's slightly blown at the moment.
Yeah, well, if you want to fold them up, we can head down to the field and have a quick look.
Right.
So your linkage is down as well at the moment. So on that one, so that's that. You want to leave that where that is now.
Leave that.
So
right.
yeah, you should just be able to have him up, fold him round, and if you want to leave him, you want to leave him in the up position on there.
I was just concerned he's coming out too high. But
Oh, we can
it's
change
alright.
that. So we drop him down a bit, and then just alter the height on that one.
Right, so he don't come up.
He won't come up anywhere near us. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, we're getting the hang of this stuff. Modern technology, we love it.
Between the two of us, we might make one good farmer.
Well, we can try.
We can try, yeah.
Put your name on Ed. We can make two heads
The
are better
two
than
heads,
one.
yeah. I'll change it by deed poll.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. So, all this GPS and stuff on there, is that extra, or if you buy this tractor with it on,
Yeah.
that's all in, is it? You don't
Yeah.
have to pay a monthly subscription or
No,
anything
so this is running
like
a sub-meter free signal.
Right.
So they call it sub-meter, so it's accurate under a meter basically. Whereas if you were to run RTK, I think that's which you pay a subscription for.
So RTK is more accurate?
Yes, yeah, down to 2.5 centimeters, I think. Oh, that's it. Yeah, push him up.
I'm wanting them.
That's him.
Right, see that little patch of thistles and whatnot? We'll
Yeah,
mow them off.
we'll mow them
pretend
off.
It's a field.
Yeah. Is that the back of KLB, is it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. This is all. They can walk through to here. This is what we call skate park and football ground.
Oh, is it?
All that sort of stuff, like.
It's one of those weird, yeah.
What's this cab on as well? Some sort of suspension?
Yes, so I think he is on the active one. So you've got just sort of standard springs, but these have then got they got oil in them, and then when you add a current to it, it changes the viscosity of it, which then makes it firmer or softer.
Okay, no, that's clever stuff. Right, we'll try and make a little field just here.
Yes. So if you want to go, yeah, if you want to set your mower, do you actually want to put the mower going? Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually run it, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut these thistles off. But as I'll probably go up there, back down and back round, so as if it was a tiny little field
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
So get down
hang
on
on.
your linkage.
Yes.
That's it on that one.
Oh dear, I'm having. Right.
Yeah. PTO.
PTO.
That yellow
here.
one there. Yeah.
What's it? You press it and
push
then
it and
go
then push
forward.
it forward. That's him. and he goes. And then your auto revs are on the, your sort of your preset. So you press that, it'll rev them up to how we set them earlier.
Shut this. Ooh.
So if we go back onto here.
Hang on, I got to film all this stuff.
Film all the good stuff.
Yeah, something like that. Go on then, show me.
You go on to here, and then on that one there is to set your boundary.
Right.
So we're going to take him from point there. And then if you press that, it'll start recording. So if you then drive your boundary.
Right.
Oh, handbrake's on.
Don't like that, gotta let the handbrake on.
You might just be in a bit high of a gear at the moment. That's him.
So you come down?
Yeah, try that.
Right, so basically, I'm just pretending this is a fucking little field. Where's the speed? Does it tell me how fast I'm going?
Yes, we can. You're doing 7 kilometers an hour.
Right, okay.
It'll also say there as well.
Right, okay. Well, I better not mow too much here. Mother saying, you mowed all me camel's grass. So this would, if this was a field, an actual field, this would memorise all this. Oh, that's the wife. Oh, I'll talk to her in a minute. I'm slightly busy.
Busy farm then. Right, so yeah, when you come back to the point, sometimes when you get close, it'll ask you if you want to finish the boundary.
Right.
And it'll sort of do it itself, but you get to this point here. Yeah, there you go. See, do you want to stop recording? Yes. And then now we can set an AB line going up.
Right.
So we go on to settings. So we were happy with this. Happy with all that on there, and then go mode. So this is, we're setting a way line now. If you press A, if you just drive straight.
Right. So can I back and start mowing again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah.
Yep.
And it will set a line then.
Yeah,
it?
we might just want to start that one again though, because it'll be on a funny angle. If you want to start driving forward. I'll just set them again. Sorry, that's me. That's me being too slow with it. You should be alright to carry on, and there's a certain distance you've got to go. Yeah, so if you carry on.
Right, so this is...
So yeah, there you go, that's your lines there. If you turn that one on, so that's on.
Because I'm going to be going outside the field. Right, so now I turn around, these little lines...
That's your way lines then, or your AB lines.
I'll match up with them.
Yeah, so if you... Yeah, see the thicker one is the one that it's going to try and line you up to.
Right.
So see on your joystick there, you've got that green auto and then a steering wheel.
Yes.
As long as you're moving, if you press that, it should, if you let go of the steering wheel, it'll take over.
Is that it?
Yeah, keep driving. That's him.
Oh my god. That's very disconcerting.
Yeah. You'd be out of a job.
What's new? Oh no, look, no hands.
No hands.
Oh. Oh, so he's not going to turn for me, is he?
No, he won't do that, no.
Right, Right, so and is he trying to find me this next
The
line?
next one, yeah. So the best thing when you're mowing is to half line yourself up.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Found it?
Yeah, half line yourself up, and then when you're sort of in the road, because you've got something to follow. I don't think I've set my offset properly, or have I? Oh.
He's missing
Just a tiny bit,
But
yeah.
if I was to say anything, I want to shift him over just a bit because he's cocked that side.
Yeah.
Slightly, just alter the arms a touch.
Yeah.
So what? To adjust that, you could just make him slightly narrower, yes?
Yeah.
So as soon as I press that button, I can let go of the steering wheel.
Yes, yeah. If you turn the steering wheel, then you'll take back over. So see, it's green up in the corner.
Right.
That's
so
saying
if
that
I was to try and turn it that way,
it'll go red.
Right. Okay. Because there is a pond in one of these fields.
Yes. Yeah.
So you just take over.
You can just take over. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. So see, it goes black, not red.
Oh, you swine.
Need more metal. I'll go back to Massey and tell him we need more metal in the cab for you.
Everyone's took the metal out and now need to put it back in for me mag mounts.
Yeah. See, it's not far off because there it's, it's.
It just needs a little tweak here.
Yeah.
All I'm going to do is think I'm just going to push him over slightly.
Yeah.
On the check arms.
Yeah, so we'll have to reset it then as well, because obviously we pushed the mower out.
So if I try to pick up another line apart from the line that he's done,
yeah,
will he recognise that?
Yeah.
That's it, I need a cameraman. That's where I'm going wrong. Oh, where's he going?
He's taking up this one over there. I say, yeah, if you just take back over again. That's him.
Will it as well do the headland? Or have you got to do the headland?
You will have to do the headland on this signal, yeah. You can set up, you can buy a package that will do like sort of more complicated way lines and headlands and that sort of thing, but this tractor here doesn't have that.
Over there somewhere. I think I need a bigger, better open field for this, but I get the gist of it. Alright, that better do. Granny be moaning about me fucking mowing all her how do I shut the throttle down then?
Engine memo, that's it, yeah.
And then
PTO, just click it down, that's him.
Right, okay. Show me again on the GPS, on the finding the thing, just run through it one more time.
So that's your home page on
yeah.
there. You go on these three lines here, this brings up everything.
Yeah.
Engine, transmission, linkage, hydraulics, PTO, but that's the one for the GPS.
Right. So when you go into a field...
Yeah, so what will happen now, if you try and set another boundary, so that's on the plus.
Yes.
On that one. Press that one. It will ask you if you want to overwrite the one it's already got saved.
Right.
So if you've moved on to another field, you just press yes. And then that's gone. And then when you go on to go, obviously you've got it set up there. It will, and again, it will delete what you already had.
Right.
So that's to start recording. When you've gone...
Which one did you press? Can you go back?
On which one, sorry?
What did you press to make it say start recording?
Oh, so if you go on go, these are all your settings for your... so that's why he was painting, because he was set to paint on the PTO.
Right, okay.
So if we put him on that one, so when you put spool 1 into float, which is when he goes down, he'll start painting.
Will that record how many acres I do and stuff like that?
The boundary will.
Yes.
I think there probably is a way actually on one of these maybe of how to do it.
Don't worry, as long as I got as long as I got the boundary and it tells me how big it is, I'll be happy.
So yeah, so go on here, on this page here, tap him and he'll bring up go, click on go, and then that's all your settings. So as long as you're happy with those, you just press OK. It'll ask you what type of wayline you want. So you can actually set a curved wayline. If you've got, if you don't want to be dead straight, you've got, say, a field like this, he's a bit of a funny angle. Instead of straightening him out, you can just set a wayline that follows the contour of that hedge.
So, say you had a dog-legged field, you could follow that.
Yes, and it will set that wayline on that angle all the way across the field, basically. Yeah,
that's clever stuff.
Yeah, so you can do it that way. I always like to have a nice straight one.
Yeah.
Okay, and it'll ask you, so A will then start recording it, and you know, it will, I think it is a certain amount of meters you've got to do. I can't remember off the top of my head how many it is. Once you've done that, it'll ask you to press B and that will finish. But if you want to go, if you want to just go from point A and point B of sort of one end of the field to the other, you can just keep going, because what it'll do is it'll just draw a straight line from A to B. That's what it does.
Right.
That's you better answer this time.
All right.
Yeah, if you're going to just before, if you're moving where he is set, on there, you just want to set your offset up on here. If you go back into settings, down here is your implement settings.
Just set him in just a touch more.
But I'm just thinking, if you're going to change,
you
will, So what you want to do is, once you've done that, that's your offset there. I measured him at 2.4 meters.
Right. Okay.
What you want to do is just measure.
Where do you measure from into? Just the mower width?
Well, the centre of the mower back to the centre of the tractor. So I normally go off the PTO stub shaft as the centre of the tractor, back to your pivot point on your mower, which is the centre of the mower, because that's sort of where your working width is offset to the centre of the tractor, basically.
Right. Okay. So the centre of the mower, where it pivots.
Yes. Yeah. So I measured to that pin, back to the PTO shaft, basically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So if you get your PTO shaft straight, you can just go from the centre of your shaft.
Yes.
And then back to your pivot pin.
Yes.
And then whatever measurement that is
what you
just add him up to the so you.
Or do you set him just down a touch from that?
Try him. If set him to what he is, and if he does seem like he's missing something, missing a little bit, just pull him back a little bit.
Pull him back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's really very good. I do like it. Down. All right. Well done. Handbrake. Anyhow, thank you very much, Andy, from Chandler's.
Yeah.
Wonderful job. If I get any problems, I'll have to give you a ring tomorrow.
Got my number, that's fine.
All right, very good of you.
Yeah,
and
no worries.
We'll see you again. Oh, how long can I keep it for?
Monday.
Till Monday.
Yeah.
All right, good man. Well done, thank you ever so much.
Cheers,
all right, I'm coming out now. I've got to go get the wife, or I should get the sack. Right, it's Ed Jones, playing with a new Massey. Signing off for now. Bye. Should we fire it up?
Yeah, can do, yeah.
Right, so what we got to do? Just
click on the clutch, on the key.
Ooh. Really very good. I do like it.